So it's been clocked.
Yeah. You didn't tell me that, did you?
Well, that's one warning light that keeps going on.
Oh no.
I'm going to bring this jacket, but it gets too hot in car, and I should have brought it now.
Do you want a hashtag on it hoodie?
I'll throw that on. Yeah.
Do you want one?
No, it's not
Are you sure?
Right. Yeah.
I can grab you a hoodie. Everyone at home needs to get one actually on that note, calvinscardiary.com. Little plug. It's freezing. It's cold today. So Ibby's here. Ibby, yes Ibby.
How are we doing?
All good, man. So Ibby popped down today from Shipley near Bradford. Do you know what? I just thought we've got to play on this a little bit. I bought an M3 from a car dealer in Bradford.
Yes.
That's got to be the title.
Yeah.
That's if we buy the car. We've still got to do the deal yet. So,
right, let's see.
Competition pack, BMW M3 E90.
E92.
E92
M3 compact.
Very rare car.
Yeah, there's just under 1,000. So competition is not as what we see now, where there's a specific car, competition pack, non-competition. It was sort of an extra, you can call it, as an add-on. So if I bought an E92, right, there's a little extra to say you want a competition pack. So you add that onto the car. That's how it was at the time.
So it's like an optional extra. It's 3 or 4 grand.
Yeah, it was about £3,300 for the compact. But there was not much. The main thing that you got was the wheels. They loosened the DSC up a little bit so you can have a bit more play. EDC got up, slightly revised. They dropped it by 10 mil, £3,300. Thank you very much. Off you go. That's what it was pretty much.
So it weren't a lot at all.
No.
But it would have been quite a well-demanded pack because everyone wants the best naturally, don't they?
Yeah, but because it's towards the end of the line. Yeah. Then people didn't buy as many because they're waiting for the next one. Probably there's only 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
There's about 250 mineral white ones, then it sort of drops down. Alpine white, I think there's 100. There's the frozen colours about 100, and then when it comes to these sort of colours, there's 47 space greys.
Really? So
yeah.
This is do you know, that colour's nice as well. I love that colour.
Yeah, it looks nice in person, but when I bought the car, I didn't know. Oh my God, grey is grey to me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to start saying, oh my God, it's super rare. It was grey to me, and then when I looked into it. There's a 47, 5 manuals, 42 DCTs in them, so it's pretty rare, yeah.
So that is a rare car. So for those that don't know, Ibby's also a car dealer. You're actually based in Shipley.
Shipley, yeah.
Just
in Bradford. So,
yeah. And we've done a lot of deals together over the years. You do a lot of electric cars. In fact, just off shot over there, we've got a Tesla Model S Plaid.
Yes.
Which we're going to be doing a whole separate video on straight after this video. Yeah. Mega power. We won't even talk too much about it. Everyone knows what they're all about. We're going to be doing a video on that. That's going to probably follow this video. I've been looking for, obviously everyone knows I love BMWs, I love an M car. I've been trying to buy a nice E90 M3 or E92 to be precise. And I noticed I called you and I said, I don't know how it come about. I got chatting, you said you've got one parked up and you ain't done nothing with it. How long ago did you buy this car? So you bought it as a bit of stock, right?
Right, so I bought this car in July last year.
Yep.
So it's a bit of stock, but I always like to keep, I don't know why, I like AMGs personally, but I end up having an M car, which is like little side project. And I had the E46 M3 CS before, and I sold that. I got Alpine B10 V8 one. I sold that, then I seen this come up from a private customer in London sort of area, and I thought, you know what, I'll add that in, and it's my side project, you know, it's something rare and I can just work on it as I go along, and then I just put it in the corner and forgot about it. It's literally, when you asked me about the mileage, I said, I can't remember. And then, I don't know how it ended up with this car coming to conversation and everything's for sale.
Exactly, yeah, everything's for sale. So, when you bought it, where did you see it priced at on the market? What would you have advertised it for? Because you haven't advertised this car, right?
Never been advertised. When I bought it, when I looked at the market, I thought it's a 20 grand car. That's what it was at the time.
Okay.
And when you asked me, I said, that's my 6 months ago research. At the moment, when I check now, it's probably 22 grand.
Seems to have gone up.
Sort of gone up, yeah, it has gone up. There's not many on the market. They're quite hard to find as well because it's not, like I said, in auto trade, in variant, you won't get competition because it was not a model variant, it's a pack.
Of course.
So, yeah, so I think about 22 grand retail now.
Okay, and it has got some nice spec as well outside of the competition pack. I've got the spec list on my phone actually. And what happened was, so I had a chat with Ibby about it. Amar's back today, by the way. We've been filming videos about Amar. Yay! Amar's back. Amar went away for the week. You've been busy for the past week. Ashley ARB Recovery said, Cal, I'm around, I can come pick the car up. So we've picked the car up, brought it here in the week. The valeters have got their hands on it. and they've given it a good clean. So this ain't done me no favours, because I'm trying to do a deal, and I want to be walking around it saying, Ibby, it needs this, it needs it. But it looks stunning, doesn't it? I've come in this morning, the valet's finished it last night, and it looks incredible. You've driven down in the Tesla.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing that video, but we've still got to work out or conclude where we're at with this. It's a lovely looking car, Ibby. Like, all in all,
You've got the carbon bits on it as well. So
I was going to say that.
It's got the M Performance canards and the rear boot spoiler on it. So they're genuine carbon from BMW. There's an invoice in there as well.
They're a nice touch, aren't they? They're a really, really nice touch. And it's an LCI car. We ain't mentioned that as well. So it's obviously got a few. The infotainment's a bit better. Even the buttons, the iDrive, like the toggle thing in the middle is like a bit more modern, isn't it? The rear lights, got the LED rear lights. Oh man, they're such a nice car, aren't they?
They've aged well, don't you think? For what is it now? Coming on to 15 years old.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Still got a nice V8, sound nice. At the time when these were launched, people didn't like them.
Yeah.
That's like every BMW.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And you're actually right. It's weird.
Every BMW, E46 is the best. This terrible. Then the F80 come out, crap. This is amazing. Now it's an instant repeat. Obviously you've got yours. People don't like
the grille, whatever.
They will probably love it. But now looking back, I think it's a great car. For this and the C63, you know,
they're really two special cars. I always like the way the C63s drive over. Well, it's not that these don't drive well, but these cars have got more character visually. They look a lot better. They've got the arches. They've just got a bit more, I don't know, a bit more going for them. But C63s are savage. I love a C63 as well, and I'm a BMW guy. So mileage,
90k is it?
90,000. Yeah, it's done just over 90,000 miles. It's also got,
it's full history, and its rod bearings being done as well.
Good. What I forgot to ask you about. Well, I didn't.
Well, I've got to add that in because I want to get as much for the car.
Yeah, do you know what? Rod bearings is such a big thing. When you sell these cars, are they even as big a problem as everyone thinks? But everyone buying one wants to know that they've been done.
Yeah, it's an unknown thing. Until you don't get them out and look at them and say, right, this car's good or not, it's too late at that stage. You've got to obviously change them. But as a preventative measure, people prefer them done because it's about 1,500 quid to 2 grand to get done. So yeah, and if I buy one, do I want to spend that? Probably not.
Yeah.
So if it's being done by a reputable garage, I think it was A. Reeves, they're a BMW specialist. They changed it, changed the rod bearings on it. So at least that's peace of mind. It's done.
Okay, and then history-wise, is it all up to date?
Yeah, it's all up to date in there. I got a full service done on it before it got packed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's up to date. Just been done probably 5 miles on it since the full service.
Oh, really? That's good. Okay, and then modifications-wise, it's stock?
It had Evolve, I think, stage 1 on it.
Okay.
With the Venturi carbon plenum and all that sort of stuff on it, but the seller took that off, sold it separate.
Okay. So it's an Evolve stage 1 trim, which is probably don't get much power out of that.
No, not much on it.
And tyres are all good.
It's got all Michelin pilots, super sports all round. Matching.
Yeah, they just look right on the car, don't they? MOT, I think is it due an MOT now? Is it due an MOT? I might not even have an MOT.
I'd say it's probably done out.
Yeah. Okay. And all right, heated seats. It's got the EDC button, which is important. Carbon roof as well, which you kind of forget about that, but it's so nice to see that. Nothing wrong with it, Ibby. Is there anything wrong with it? Is there anything I need to know about?
7 months ago, it was all fine. Starts fine, no warning lights, nothing. Drives absolutely spot on.
Okay.
No issues with it. Like I said, it was a full service that I needed doing on it, and the under tray on the front had a little crack in it, so I bought a genuine BMW one and stuck that on. Apart from that, it was just a valet, which you've done.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've got shots of it when it arrived on Ashley's truck. It did look very unloved, and I purposely just haven't looked over it because I wanted to save it for the video. The valets have done a great job of it.
Amazing, honestly.
It just looks so bloody nice. And the reason why I want to buy one of these is because everyone seems to love an M car on Planet of Dreams. So if we can agree something, then it'll be going on Planet of Dreams. All right. Let's jump in the warm. You're freezing, ain't you?
I'm cold. It's cold. It's freezing.
Let's jump inside. Valuations car vertical check. Go for a drive, and then I'll hit you with a low offer and see where we end up. Yeah. Let's go. Guys, just quickly, I'm going to be announcing the winner of the F80 M3 this Sunday on the Planet of Dreams Instagram at 9 PM. If you've not got your entries yet, it's 19 pence an entry. If you're a free user, you can get an entry for completely free. Make sure you do that. Dream catchers, you are, of course, already automatically entered. It's a lovely example. It's Yas Marina Blue. I think it's done 60-something thousand miles, low mileage, completely stock bar the visual stuff, splitter, front plate delete, I think it's on a set of springs and space as well. Just looks nice, really nice looking thing. Lovely example. It's going to be one of yours this Sunday. Good luck to everyone who's entered. I'll link Planet Dreams in the description below. First things first, let's get it fired up. Do you know what I like about these? We were just chatting about it off camera. The way that when you start from cold, like when we started it, pulled it out of the unit just now.
Yeah.
They almost sound rough when they're cold. The E46s were like that as well, weren't they?
Yeah. Especially if they've been stood for a few days.
They sort of rumble, that V8 sort of thing.
If you've never heard it before, you think that there's something wrong with it.
No, you actually, people must think that. But
yeah, that's
it's before we get that on, let's I've got a spec list there, which we've talked about a lot of it, but I'll come back to that shortly. And car vertical's loading, so it's been clocked. It's got loads of finance on it. And it's Cat S twice, Ibby. You didn't tell me that, did you? No, it's all good. It is all good. Mileage is all good. No finance, no previous damage. It's going to have a bit of a hell of a timeline because obviously it's been around for a few years now. First 3 years it had done nearly 35,000 miles.
The chopper I bought from, he's had it since 2016.
Okay.
And he's not done massive amount of mileage since then.
Okay, so if we go back to 2016, yeah, you're right.
And the last few years I think he's done even less.
Yeah, in the first 5 years it had done 50,000 miles, and then in the next 9 years, so 2 owners in total, is it? Or we might have had one previous to that as well.
Yeah, I think it's 3, I think.
And then in 9 years, if your man had it since 2016, it had done 50,000 miles. Not even that.
Is it 40? 40,
just over 40, yeah.
In 9 years.
That's crazy. So they didn't use it a lot at all. MOT passed. That's the most recent one there. December 23.
Yeah, has it run out then?
So it must have run out.
24.
So for the benefit of the video, this car has an MOT, guys, yeah? It's got a brand new MOT on it, isn't it? Power, I didn't say that. What are they about? Just over 400 brake horsepower. We've got
414 or something.
Yeah, 414, yeah. But it says there 400 newton meters. Oh yeah, it's actually got it on the car vertical as well.
Yeah. Normally 414. I don't know, stage 1 is about 430, 40 or something. They're not much in them.
Yeah, I don't think there's much you can get out of them. And then the timeline, not loads to talk about there. All the usual stuff. Had a private plate on it as well. So I didn't tell everyone. I know everyone knows anyway, but my code is CCD to get 20% off. I'll link Car Vertical in the description below. They are the sponsor of my channel, and it's just important you do your checks. I'll show you an example of a crashed E92 M3. And there you go. And that's what you do not want to see when you do your Car Vertical check. So yeah, that's all good, Ibby. That all.
Yeah, I'd make sure I do all salvage checks and all that on all the cars we buy. Make sure.
It's so important. It's so important. Like, as you know, like there's loads of salvage cars on the roads. There's a lot of cars on the roads as well that have been in horrendous accidents, and you know, without doing your checks, you would never know, would you?
Yeah. Normally, what I do is I always make sure I buy the cars myself. Mm-hmm. So I do full paint work inspection, paint readings. If there's any previous repair, is there filler there? Is there not filler there? Then we can look into the area a bit more to see if there is an accident or is it just genuine scratch. Cars do get painted, of course, yeah. But I make sure that's all done before.
Yeah, that's good. It's important. It is important. Something else worth talking about is you like to buy privately, didn't you?
Yeah, like to. Yeah, that's private from the chapel bought it. This is private directly from the customer.
Because you get to meet the person. It's a lot better.
Yeah, it's a bit more from auction. Everyone's got their own way of doing stuff, but I like to know the story of the car, who it's come from. It builds a picture for me, and then do I want to buy that car from that person? Yeah. You know, the car's one thing, but if the person you're buying from, his stuff doesn't add up, then you can just walk away from it.
You can suss it out there.
Yeah, you can test drive the car as well, make sure you're happy with it, and then obviously if you want to do business with the person, then there's obviously paperwork's important. For me, I like the car's one bit, but paperwork has to be good. Who you're buying from has to be good. The whole thing. So then when I obviously told you about the car, you were like, who's it come from? you know, I could tell you that I bought it from the chap who said for 8 years, this is the sort of maintenance he's done on it, but etc. etc. Or I just bought it from auction.
Yeah, you can sell it with confidence. Not that you can't see it. You're right. You got the whole story of the background of the car. Nearly all of our cars are bought privately because of the same reason.
Yeah.
It's less of a gamble, isn't it?
Correct.
Not even, you know, auctions do a good job though. We're doing some videos at the minute, even about BCA, showing how well they inspect cars, and what they do is great. They can only judge a car on face value, so they can only see what they see in front of them. They do a really good job of inspecting them. They deliver that inspection online, and they generally come, you know, perfectly as described.
Yeah, they just can't test drive bit. They can't do that bit.
No, they can't.
And that's the bit that we can do
when you're buying from private sellers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, ultimately, I suppose we're all trying to stock our sites all the time. So whatever's the quickest, convenient, and most efficient way of stocking your site with quality stock is important. But yeah, buying from private sellers is just such a good way to buy. And evaluations.
Is Auto Trader coming up with valuation on this, or?
It actually is, yeah. So this is on Enter Reg. Scroll down. Is there a spec list on Enter Reg? There is. We'll go through the spec list shortly. Pricing. Cap. This is horrific. Cap below in the trade is 10,850.
Really?
Yeah. Cap clean is £13,300. Yeah. So you see this at 22 grand retail today. Auto Trader trade is 13.5 grand. Auto Trader retail is 19,277, and we generally know that Auto Trader retail is pretty good. One thing I do want to say is the market on these. I know we're going to do a whole video talking about the market on electric cars, but during that period as well, when electric cars were suffering, things like this were suffering as well, weren't they?
Yeah, they had this hype. Like we were buying E90s, and there was one on the market, two on the market.
Yeah,
it just went nuts.
That about 5 years ago. I remember.
Yeah, when I was saying I'm trying to buy as many as possible, and it was just like there was only a few on the market, and it just went nuts. And then stuff has settled down. With like all cars electric cars get talked about. We'll obviously discuss that afterwards. But a lot of cars have suffered. If they've not dropped in value massively, the demand has dropped.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, but I would say now we're in a far more. 2024 was a very rocky market. It feels a lot more stable as we exited 24 into 25. It feels a lot more stable, and this type of thing does feel. Well, you said it yourself. You feel like the market on this alone has gone up. Crept up slightly, so it's positive, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. Obviously, if it's generic E92, average paperwork, a lot of owners on it. Like any of the car, even if you take it out of the equation, it'll be a slow seller, won't it? Of course, yeah. So if it's a comp car, a bit more rare, nice paperwork, nice ownership, finding good examples is hard to come by, which then strengthens the sale as well. Yeah, definitely. And on that note, let's pull up the spec check. Compact. At the top there, £3,385. This car was, by the way, it was 52 grand plus the spec options, £7,000 spec, 60 grand new it was. Madness, isn't it? Crazy. Is it double now for the? It's pretty much, yeah. It's not far from. Yeah, it is. A fully spec'd M4 today is almost double, isn't it? It's a lot more money. This would be like equivalent of a CS, wouldn't it? Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Which are like 120 grand. Even a comp car, good spec comp cars, touching 100. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It is mad. Like, I think my car fully spec'd is about 100 grand. So, yeah, a lot of money. DCT gearbox, £2,645. That would have been a big thing back in the day, because as things were modernising, people were probably coming away from manual gearboxes, making these probably a more demanded gearbox. So there's only, I think, around 30-40 comp manuals out of almost 1,000. That says it all, doesn't it? So back then, people clearly weren't too bothered about speccing a manual, were they? No. Whereas nowadays, everyone loves a manual. So everyone's going back to that nostalgic manual sort of analog feeling. It's it's exciting for people. So Bluetooth phone, it's actually on the spec list, 545 quid. DAB digital radio, it's good that it's got that. It's good that it's got that, isn't it? Let's be honest, that's always off and you want the exhaust. Yeah, let's face it, when you're driving a V8. Yeah, so it's cool it's got that though. Seat heat in front as well, which is nice. We've got ours on at the minute. In fact, I might turn it down a touch because it's getting very hot. USB audio interface. Where's that then? It's got USB and the aux in. That's good it's got that. High beam assist, BMW assist, BMW online, black Novilo leather, shadow trim, titanium shadow trim, and voice control, 7.5 grand. There you go, that's all the options. Interesting stuff, but the most interesting thing is the book values.
They're terrible.
They're terrible. They're terrible.
Some cars you look at them and think, I wish, can you get me 10 of these, please?
Yeah. I know, imagine you could buy them for that kind of money. Oh, there's a new volume button as well, because I noticed the volume button's missing. But that needs to come off somehow. I won't mess around with it, but there's a brand new volume button there in the ashtray, which is good. 2 keys as well.
Yep.
Even the arms, that's quite a big feature on these, isn't it? The extension arms to throw you the seatbelt. In fact, if anything, they're a little bit irritating, aren't they? Not irritating, but
that's when
they're a bit silly.
Most times they don't bloody work.
I know, it's such a I think I've done one of my first YouTube videos many years ago, was just, I can't even remember filming something along them lines though. Why do all these not work? I might just speed that up a little bit. Put it in manual. The gearboxes are actually pretty good, aren't they? Like for an old car, they were the first dual clutch.
When they're setting off there a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit sort of slow, aren't they?
But you missed that. Now you don't get as much. The more sort of torque ZF boxes with that little thump on the change as well.
Yeah, you're right. Whereas the dual clutch sort of drags a little bit into gear, doesn't it? A bit slower. Obviously, before this though, you had the SMG, which no one really.
The SMG,
yeah, they weren't really loved gearboxes, were they? Listen to that.
So nice.
So the exhaust is completely stock, yeah? As far as you know.
The truth is, I don't know. I think it is, because I've had one with the mod stock slight upgrade on it, and this sounds nuts. I think these cars, you've got to get a little exhaust upgrade. I don't like modifying cars. I like stock stuff.
Yeah,
but with these, I think you've got to put a little exhaust, but not too crazy.
Yeah, it's just a little tiny mod. It does sound quite good though. We'll see when we try it.
I had one with the mod stock on it, and it sounded nuts.
Yeah, I remember. I think TG and his brother, they bought one of these years ago, a blue, I think it's a compact car, convertible. They might have bought 2, I can't remember, but I remember they'd done a video of modifying the exhaust, and they pulled out the internals of the back box, but the sound difference was crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
That is the beauty of an NAV8 though, isn't it? The noise.
Modern cars now, the power's too easy. With this, you've got to work at it. You've got to get up the rev range. The drama involved, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a lot more engaging.
Yeah.
Little blip on the throttle as well.
Yeah, you know what? That was nice, wasn't it?
That's it. Now it gets.
Yeah, what you wind
progressive
it up.
power.
Them gear changes are so nice. I'm gonna go down to second just to hear that.
Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah.
And it gets a bit light right at the higher end of the range.
It does.
On the back end you can feel it a little bit, especially second gear. Traction will start flashing.
Yeah, I noticed it was flashing at me. Yeah, it is a bit of a. It's not icy, but it's a very cold day.
I got a Vantage in not long ago, and same feeling where you've got to work. And the more you work, the more rewarding it feels.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just right power. I think 400 is nice power.
I agree, yeah, on a 2-wheel drive car, it is. It's nice, listen to that. Yeah, it's trying to slide there, isn't it?
Yeah. Shifting a bit too soon, get it up towards 8.
You were on the bend there.
That's it, keep going. That's it now. That's it.
They rev right out to like 8.2, I think, didn't they?
Yeah. And you got the shift lights on there.
You have, yeah. Forgot about it. It's been a while.
You have to ring it properly, you know.
You do, yeah.
You do to get that last little bit. It's like a VTEC sort of.
It is, yeah. It's nice because you sort of feel encouraged to rev it out all the time. It's fun, isn't it?
It's about 15 years old.
I know. The gearbox is so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I know I've
At the
driven
time,
loads of them, but
yeah.
you sort of, I don't know, you kind of expect that it's going to be old and clunky and horrible, but it's good, isn't it?
Like, these are nuts. C63s are nuts. RS5s, they're not for me. They're not as nice as these. These have a lot more character.
Yeah, we were just talking about this because the RS5s they do have a lot of character. They've got a lot going for them, but they are they're strangely a little bit dull, aren't they? In comparison.
Out of the box.
Yeah, they're a lovely car though, but I agree with you. I think I'd struggle where to place the C63 against the M3 because I like the way, I don't know. I'd have an M3 though over C63.
One thing the C63 has for me is an estate version of it.
That's true.
That's like, if I were to get one, I'll get an estate in the C63.
Yeah, I would. I was watching one on the market for a while. It didn't sell.
Well, that's one warning light that keeps coming on.
Oh no. Dum dum dum. Fuel. It does need fuel, which is not past the petrol station much.
I think it's got about 50 miles, 40 miles.
Yeah, we've got
30
miles left. 30 miles left. That's all good. So, money-wise,
the problem is two traders. You want to give me as less as possible. I want as much as possible.
this is going to be trades. This is purposely why I wanted to get the car recovered, get you down here, and do it on camera.
I might put autopilot in Tesla and then drive this back.
Yeah, get a Tesla to follow you back. 15 grand. That's my offer. 15 grand it'd be.
No, it can't be 50. Do you know what I've got? Like, let's put the cards on the table, yeah?
All right, go on.
I've got 15 in the car.
You've got 15 in the car, yeah?
Yeah, with the service and other bits and bobs, I've got 15 in the car. I appreciate, obviously, we all got to make a little bit. I think the car's at 22 grand retail. If you were to sell the car, you're going to do a bit more work. You've got to give a warranty, etc., etc. Whereas I'll be trade selling it.
Yeah.
So if let's say there's 7 grand for the argument's sake, at 15, at 22, that's top end. Low end, it's 20 grand. There's 5 grand across it.
Yeah. So okay,
So
you got your own money.
Yes, I'm happy to make 30% of that profit probably out of the 7. So probably, I'd be happy at 17.5 grand. That gives you 4.5 grand left over at 22.
That's if it sells for 22 grand.
Yeah.
And
if it sells at 20, then we're going 50-50 at the profit of 5 grand. I don't know. I'm just putting some out there.
No. I think that's a fair point. I think that's fair.
But I appreciate you're doing more work to it. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So on my side of the deal, there's a lot more involved. It's a lot more than my 15 grand original offer. I think going back to the drawing board, so let's say now if I said a no to 17.5 grand, yeah? Going back to the drawing board, if I want to shop, I'm looking at these all the time. I look at E90, E92 M3. By the way, the E90s, you can't get them with a compact, can you?
No. So E90 and E93, the convertible, no compacts in the UK. E90, some markets have a compact.
Okay, so
in the UK, compact's only E92.
And then you're going to prefer, of course you are. I was going to say over a convertible, the convertibles don't do it either. But, so if you want a compact car, you've got to get a coupe. If I went back to the drawing board now to try and find another coupe compact car, or another compact car full stop, it's hard finding good ones.
And you probably get a mineral white one. That's about a quarter of the comp market in the UK is mineral white.
Which I actually like a mineral white car, but I suppose it's the majority. It's there's less of these, so does make this car a little bit more special, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This is like a hot potato, isn't it? It's now on me. 17.5 grand. Doesn't need anything, does it?
Start with, what do you think to the car? It's perfect.
It's lovely.
It doesn't mean it's 15 years old. I'm not going to say it's like brand new. It's a used car, but driving wise, mechanical, what do you think? It drives spot on?
It drives better than I expected it would drive, to be honest. It drives really good. Everything works. The history's perfect.
And you know, I try my best to get good cars.
You are good like that. You're very, very, yeah. You're very particular.
And the reason why this sort of sat around is because it was going to be done properly by myself, not like valeter jobs. That's why I didn't have the time to get it done as well. So, but it is what is where we are. So I'm at 17 and a half. What we're saying, I want to do a deal. What's fair for both of us?
I think what you've suggested is fair. I'll give you 17.5 grand for it.
No, it's fair enough. We can always, you know.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
it's a nice car. It is a nice car. It's got all the spec. The history, I know we ain't shown the history on camera yet, but the history's amazing. It's got 2 keys. It's got everything going for it. I've kind of ain't done myself no favours by giving it a good old clean up because it looks better when it was looking at unloved on the back of the truck, but now seeing it, and it goes to show getting a car cleaned up does it the world of good. And I looked at it this morning, I was like, wow. And like when we pulled out,
I was surprised. Like in my mind, this is what I wanted it to like. You know, we're done with it
to look. Yeah.
Yes, and I was feeling sorry for itself a little bit because it's been parked up for several months. But yeah, and I think if you were to sell it, it's more top end of the 20 to 22k.
Yeah, I agree with you. I had a quick look on the market, and I think there's only one up for sale, and it's about 22 grand. So I say only one. The cheapest one is about 22 grand. So yeah, it's nice. And what I'm going to be doing with it is going straight on Planet of Dreams. So I'm going to get it back now. Hopefully it ain't got too dirty on the road. So we'll probably get it photographed today for the website. Get it straight on the website. And entries will probably be somewhere around 10 to 15p an entry. Obviously, if you're a dream catcher, you're already entered. Let's get it on the website, and one of you lucky people is going to win it in the next few weeks. All right. So maybe we'll get back, send you some money. We'll jump out in that Tesla as well. Do a whole.
That's a slow Tesla. It's not the fastest one.
Hey,
and I'll be driving that one.
No. Oh no! It's left-hand drive as well. That car.
Left-hand drive. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll jump out on that. We'll do draggy times on it as well. I want to see. We ain't done draggy times for ages, so we'll do that on that car.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Sorted. All right, let's head back. Deal done. 17.5 grand, and go get entering. Good luck, everyone. And what I'll do is I'll link Ibby's Instagram or whatever in the description below, website, if anyone needs to contact him for whatever reason. And Planet Dreams Car Vertical, don't forget to use my code CCD to get that 20% off. I'll link them in the description below as well. And that's everything. Hit subscribe. We're almost at 300,000 subscribers now. Keep hitting that subscribe button. So many of you have not yet done that. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you probably on Sunday, if this video's up on a Wednesday, with the Tesla Plaid video with Ibby. All right, bye.